That should do it.
That should do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm getting set up out in the sticks.
Yeah, actually we are, guys. It's really cool to be out here. And I wanted to do this for a long time. And so welcome back everybody to my coffee break conversations. I'm going to be talking a little louder today. I'm not yelling at you guys, it's just in the background if you can hear it. There's a stream like right beside me. I'm in the shade, it's nice and cool. We're in the mountains today. I thought it'd be fun to just do this video out in the mountains, which brings me to my next subject that I think would be work perfect for today. And that is live a soul-filled life. And what better way to live a soul-filled life than out here in the mountains? And so hopefully you guys can hear me. Like I said, the stream behind me is kind of a little loud. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I'm speaking up a little bit. But yeah, you know, a lot of people really don't understand about living a soul-filled life. And this actually occurred to me. I'm going to backstep a little bit because this actually occurred to me over the weekend. I was sitting there with my husband watching, we were watching RC car stuff no less, on YouTube. And I was just on my computer kind of playing around a little bit while watching the video. And all of a sudden, I got this big, huge idea. And if you guys have listened to my Facebook Live, I kind of touched on this a little bit. But I want to create a movement. I want to create, you know how we create movements around specific things, like around community, movements around a certain, like charity. I want it for my business and my life, and really for others. I want to create a movement. And what better way? I was sitting there thinking of a name. In fact, a couple weeks ago, I was sitting there thinking of a name to come up with for this. And I couldn't think of anything. I was like looking online, trying to get inspiration, trying to get ideas. And I couldn't think of anything. Well, it was so weird because on my Facebook page, I actually have, if you guys have, you know, obviously been in my Facebook page, you see on the top I have live a soul-filled life. And so I was actually staring at that. I was looking at it and kind of watching the video, and it just like, bam, it hit me. I'm all, there is my movement. There is live a soul-filled life. That is the movement I want to create for people, a community around how to live a soul-filled life. And it was amazing. Actually, I got such an impact with that it nearly brought tears to my eyes, and I couldn't, you know, I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. So guys, I want to really do, that's the kind of movement I want to create, and I thought that'd be perfect to talk about today. So, and I'm going to be, there's actually bugs out here, so, I mean, I'm in nature, guys, come on. But you know, a lot of times we don't think about that, and a lot of people don't even know what it means, because we are so out of touch with ourselves. We are so out of touch with our lives, with our whole being. People nowadays live on autopilot. We have like, I like to call it tunnel vision, and I feel like a bug is crawling on my back. We have like tunnel vision, right? We're just seeing this one direction and this one direction only. And we don't expand out any farther, okay? We don't expand out and look at our lives as a whole. We see everything that we need to do that day. We see all the stuff that's going on in our lives, all the challenges we're having, and we don't really even pay attention to any of that kind of stuff. So, to me, living a soulful life is opening yourself up to change, opening yourself up to seeing the beauty around you, living in the moment, doing what you love to do what your heart tells you to do. Live, you know, get really creative with yourself, because We have everything we need inside us already, guys. We have everything we need inside of us right now as we speak. Everybody has that potential. And a lot of the times it gets shut down, right? I know for me, when I was in school, when I was in high school, I had that full potential and that capacity to think that way. I allowed myself to think big, right? And then as I experienced life and I got into the real world and I started experiencing challenges and just all kinds of different things, I got into an autopilot and I shut it down. I shut it down in here. And I just didn't live, right? I didn't live. And I couldn't figure out why it's like my creativity was shut off. My focus, everything about that was just being shut down. And I couldn't figure out why. Until about a year ago. Well, it actually started 2.5, 3 years ago, okay? As you guys have heard my story, and I've kind of, shared with you some very dark moments in my life. 3 years ago, I was down to the ground. I didn't know myself anymore. I didn't know who I was. I lost me. I stopped listening to me. I stopped listening to what my heart was telling me. I stopped listening to my intuition. I stopped listening to what my soul, and guys, I'm sorry, I feel like I'm getting bit over here. Hopefully I'm not, but I feel like I'm getting bit. So, but yeah, I was just shut down to all this. And I got down so low that I lost who I was. Then things started to change. But they only started to change because I started in here. I reflected in my heart. I reflected in my soul what I wanted. I didn't want the rest of my life to feel like I was feeling. I didn't want the rest of my life to feel that depression, that sadness, that darkness. I didn't want to feel that way anymore. I wanted to feel alive again. And being out here, for me, being out here in this stuff makes me come alive. I feel human. I feel like I have the best capacity in the world. I feel almost magical. When I come out to places like this for me is my soul-filled life. This is what I want. This is what I love. And so you, within yourself, I think you really need to find within yourself your own things that light you on fire. And you've heard me say this before, guys. Find what lights you up. Find what you love to do, what you can do all day long. And, it doesn't have to be with your business. It can be for a life. That's why live a soul-filled life. Yes, I want to focus on, helping. My focus for my coaching is going to be helping women entrepreneurs realize how to live a soul-filled life. And guys out there too, I'm not holding you back. If you definitely want to be a part of this movement and it aligns with you, by all means, I'm not shutting you out. It's just my focus. I realize where I want to focus things and teach people how to live a soul-filled life. And it's not just being outdoors, okay? This is for me. It's not just being outdoors. It's your whole being, guys. It's your whole being. Listening to your God-given heart, your soul. You would be surprised the potential that you have inside you if you just let yourself be. Start listening to what your body's telling you. In the last, I really feel like I'm getting bit. I think there's mosquitoes out here. I hope not, because I get bit like wildfire. But, yeah, it's just amazing It's amazing what we can accomplish and what we can do as entrepreneurs and just people in general if we just look inside of ourselves first. And I started to do this after I was down, after I was so depressed, guys. I have to admit, I hated life. I hated myself. I hated who I was. I hated where I lived, where, I hated where I was in life. I didn't hate the people around me or anything, but I hated just the overall atmosphere that I had created for myself. And then I started to realize it when I started to bring it forward, and I started to be honest with myself, and I started to say, okay, enough is enough. I need to figure out what's going on so I can live a happy life. And, when I say happy, guys, I don't mean the perfect life, okay? Nobody, in essence, has the perfect life. We're all going to have challenges. We're all going to have crap. We're all going to have times when we're down and we're depressed. But we don't stay there. And the reason why I got to that point in my life is I was choosing to stay there. I was choosing to stay there. And I had to make a different choice. I literally had to make a different choice. I had to decide whether I wanted to stay over here in my depression or whether I wanted to bloom. So what I did is I did a lot of inner work, and I'm still working on that. I'm still working on myself. I'm working on how I've been feeling. In the last year, and I would have to say in the last 6 months, guys, I have seen some major breakthroughs in myself, in my creativity, in what I want to do, and how I want to live my life with my husband. It has opened up so many avenues for me, guys. Just by changing the way I'm thinking, changing my thoughts, realizing what has gone on in here and getting back connected with my rooted, grounded self, down to the core. And sometimes it takes some significant changes for that to happen. I know for me, guys, I have gone through some significant changes just by realizing all this. And when I started to open myself up to knowing I need to change, something I needed to change, I started to see my life change. Now, I had to start taking action on my actions, right? I had to start taking actions on my reactions to things. Instead of, I had to kind of, I'm trying to say, I had to kind of teach myself again, reteach myself how to be a human being. I don't know how else to put it, guys, but I had to reteach myself these things. And that's why I started getting into, the life coaching thing, because I have been teaching myself how to live again. And I want that for you too. For those people out there, if you're experiencing a lot of challenges, you feel like you've lost yourself, you feel like you don't know who you are anymore. Maybe you're a woman entrepreneur and you're just busy doing all the things, right? And you've lost kind of that aspect of yourself. You need to learn to get back in touch with that. And that is what's happened for me, guys. In the last 6 months, I have just doing a lot of personal development, a lot of personal work, a lot of trying to quiet my mind down and get in touch with who I am and my core being. And I gotta change positions here, guys. My leg is like falling asleep. As I was doing that, I just realized so much potential that I have. So many things I can do to impact others to help them. And I want you guys to have the same thing. This is why I want to teach everybody how to live a soul-filled life. It's still out there, guys. I don't care how bad things are for you right now or how good they are. You can make the choice today, right now, this moment, to have a soul-filled life. Now, how do you do that, right? How do you do that? The thing is, everybody's different. And to tell you how to go about for your own self on doing that, I don't know you personally. You are going to have to kind of figure out for yourself what makes you human, what makes you tick, what makes you feel really good about yourself, what brings you to life, what lights you on fire. When you start thinking of these things and you start taking actions on all that stuff, working on your mindset, working in your heart, you're going to start to see changes, but you got to allow for the space. And so guys, you know, I wanted to really come to you today, and I don't have any coffee to drink, guys. I'm sorry. I've drank all of it up this morning. I think we have water still in the truck, but actually I'm getting bit up. Yeah, there's mosquitoes out here like wildfire. I'm just getting bit up. So guys, I'm probably going to make it short, because when I get bit by mosquitoes, I swell up bad. It's horrible. But, you know, this is just the kind of stuff that I love to do, and I've discovered it. And I want people to discover the same things about themselves. I have wasted, guys, and I don't want to say wasted because that's not a really good word. I want to say you don't know what you don't know, okay? I have spent many years trying to find this place, trying to find where I fit in. For me, and not when I say fit in, I don't mean fit into society, because I will tell you right now, I really don't think I don't want to fit into society. I don't want to be the follower. Remember, I don't know if you've heard if you haven't listened to my Facebook Live that I did this week, guys, go back and listen to it. I did it on Tuesday. I don't want to be that person that follows what society teaches you, society tells you you should look a certain way, you should be a certain way, you should act a certain way. You need to go and get a specific job because that's what you should do. I followed those rules for years, and I wasn't happy. I mean, I had happy moments, don't get me wrong. I had great moments in my life. But in my core being, I felt something missing. I felt that there was something inside me that was missing. I spent years doing that to myself. It carried over to my family, the frustrations. And once I realized I don't have to follow society. It's not a rule that you have to. I want to be able to express myself. I want to be able to wear what I want. I want to be able to be free in my own self and not feel bad for it. I don't want to be like, you know, oh, well, she's not doing it that way, or he's not doing it right this way. What are they to tell you what's right or wrong for you, right? You can tell yourself what's right or wrong for you. Only you know. And I'm going to say this again, guys, if you listen again on Tuesday. Stop trying to seek validation for everything. I did that for years. I sought validation from everything, everybody. Please tell me what to do. Please tell me the direction I should go. How should I live my life? What should I wear? And I was dictating. I was having other people dictate for me my life, which is not a soul-filled life, okay? That is like a little robot saying, yes, 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 you know, you're in command. somebody is commanding you to do these things. I don't want that. I want my freedom. I want to be able to come out to places like this for me. This is what I love. I want to be able to just have that freedom in my life, in my business, in my relationships. I mean, my husband and I, we have been talking about, on this little excursion today we had, we're kind of talking about, some of the things we like to do, and I've been telling him the last, couple of weeks, all these awesome ideas I want to create for us, for my business, for other people, and this community. It is bigger than me, and this is something that has grounded me. This is something that's brought me back to my core and to who I am. And it's so cool because it's like I'm rediscovering who I am again. I'm rediscovering me. In the process of all this learning, in the process of giving you guys these videos that we do every week, it's been giving me the capacity to really open up even farther and learn more about myself. Starting to love who I am at my core being. And guys, that's what I want for you too. So if you're feeling lost, if you're feeling frustrated and confused with your life right now, and you feel so out of alignment and like this is not you, it's time to do a reality check, guys. It's time to do a heart check. And I am going to let you know, when you go into this kind of work, it's going to be scary. I'm not saying you're going to just come out to the mountains and sit quietly and go, oh, I know who I am, It's not that easy. You're going to have to look in deep. Sometimes it's going to be painful. I am going to be completely honest with you. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's not going to be pretty. There's going to be times you're going to see things about yourself that you're going to sit there and go, oh my gosh, really? I don't, you're going to just start to feel not so great. But the key to that is to realizing that first, and then realizing what changes you want to make within yourself after that. So it's not a pretty road. It wasn't for me. There's still times it's not pretty for me, but I'm growing and I'm learning and I'm experiencing life. This is a soul-filled life right here, guys. And I'm not talking about money, okay? A lot of people...
It's about doing things with your heart.
Exactly. It's not about the money.
You make cookies out of love to give to someone.
Right.
It's not necessarily true that the cookies you make the first time are good. Does not mean that they're edible.
Or if you put salt in instead of sugar.
It does not mean that the dog will even want to eat them.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
You do it again, and you do it again, and you do it again, putting your heart, your soul, your very being into making those cookies for that one person that you care about, you really want to give it to them. That is putting your soul into it.
Exactly. And if you do that that's a good way to think of it. Just something small, guys. And each thing you do it with love, do it with compassion, do it because you want to do it. And each time you do that, you're going to start connecting more with yourself. You're going to start connecting more and being able to have bigger capacity to love people, to care for people. Guys, I see so much hate in the world. I see so much frustration. Just going out and even going to stores. Just observing people. You can see people are hurt. They're frustrated. They're not happy. It's because they don't know how to connect with themselves anymore. We've lost that connection. And we need to get that connection back. So, I mean, I can't tell, I'm not going to be able to tell you guys what to do. You kind of got to, again, do the work for yourself. And the next time you do something small, like Tony said, like, okay, a chore, let's look at it this way. Let's say cleaning house, okay? I do like keeping my house very clean, but I don't like actually cleaning. And sometimes I look at it as a drudgery. I go, oh, I gotta clean the house, jeez, I hate it. But one thing to change, and that can be doing the laundry, that can be doing dishes, okay? Next time you do just even your chores, try to do it with love. Okay, why are you cleaning the house? Let's look at, you're cleaning the house because you want it clean for your family, you want it clean for yourself, you want it clean for just your environment, right? You're cleaning your house because you're doing it out of love, even though you may hate it, okay? You may hate the dishes, but you're doing it out of love because you want to create a better life for someone. You want to create a better life in your own environment. So if you look at your chores that way, your errands that way, even grocery shopping, guys, there are days when we go grocery shopping and I'll be like, oh, like, do we really gotta go grocery shopping? Can it just wait? And I don't feel like I want to do it, right? I just feel like, oh, I'd rather be doing something different. But next time you go shopping, like if you guys have kids, okay, take your kids along with you. And teach them maybe about nutrition, about, have them help you pick the vegetables, pick the fruits out. Get them involved. Get involved with your family when you're out doing the shopping. Make it an experience instead of a chore. And you'll find that, like I've done this with myself. I'll be like, oh, I don't want to go shopping. But then when I do the shopping, we come across people, we start conversations, people will smile, I smile back. Smile at somebody. When you're out and about, try that. Smile at someone. When you do that, it makes their day and it makes yours. And you start feeling in alignment. You start feeling in your soul again. Just by a smile. And it doesn't have to be, you don't have to sit there and like stare at them forever. You can just smile for a few seconds. Try those things first. Try the small stuff first. Be mindful of what you're doing. Be in the moment with what you're doing, even if you're doing the laundry. Be in that moment. And when you start getting out of your head, right? Out of your head and into your heart, into your soul, you're going to start feeling your soul speaking to you. You're going to start feeling a little different. You're going to be going, wow, I haven't experienced this before. Start small and then slowly start working it into every aspect of your life. Start down here and then you just little by little. And check yourself in like 6 months from now. Check yourself in a couple of months, 6 months from now. See how you're feeling about it. See where you're at. If you're starting to feel more in alignment with yourself and your environment, you're starting on that soul-filled life. So, guys, I hope this has helped you a little bit. I know it's been helping me learning these things and bringing this to you guys live. So yeah, and if you have any comments or anything, guys, I want to put this at the end of my videos when I actually think about doing this. Comment on these. Let me know what you think. Let me know if this is hitting you in the right spot. If it hits you right in the heart. Let me know if you align with it, or maybe you don't. That's okay too. We love your suggestions, your ideas. To get these videos and make sure you keep up on them. hit the subscribe button down below if you're on YouTube. Down below on YouTube. You can hit with the little bell. Yeah, there you go. And you can get my videos every week. I do these every single week. You can get all the updates. I'm going to be having upcoming videos. As you guys know, I'm working on my book, and I will be updating you on different things when my book's going to be coming out. You'll have access to all this stuff right here. So anyway, guys, we're going to go explore, I think, a little bit more before the end of the day here because we're approaching later afternoon. So we're going to do some more exploring before we go back home. You guys have a really beautiful Friday. Have a good weekend. And I will talk to you very soon again on my next Coffee Break Conversations. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.